So now we have to look into some more concepts of Python. In order to take input and output, we have got various functions. The important function to take input from the keyboard using Python is the input function. So by default, the return type of input function is a string. Suppose if you want to take the name of a user, you can directly write name is equal to input, enter your name. So automatically whatever name you are going to give is stored in a string. But if you want to take the input of an integer or a float, you will have to use typecast operators like float or int. So you will have to write int bracket mein input, enter a number, right? To print your output, we have got print function, which uses two attributes along with it, like end and sep. If it depends on you whether you would like to use end and sep along with it. So if you want to print a result, you will have to write print bracket mein whatever message you give. But if suppose you are using variables to be printed, like print a comma b comma c comma d, so by default automatically print will give spaces in between those variables when you get the output on the screen. So let's see the use of sep. Suppose you want that the separator between the words should not be a space but a comma or a dot. So you can see in the example I have written print I inverted commas am inverted commas a inverted commas a student, and the sep that I have used is dot 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 dot. So you can see the output yourself in this slide that I have given the output as I dot 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 am dot 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 a dot 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 student. So generally after printing, the print statement moves the cursor to the next line. Generally it is the nature of print. But if we want that the next line should be joined with the previous line, then we can make use of the end clause which is present inside the print. So in the last example, you can see print my name is Sunil, comma end is equal to dollar, and then again we are writing print I am 18 years old. So you can see yourself in the last output that how the output has come. My name is Sunil, dollar, I am 18 years old is being printed on the same line along with my name is Sunil. Now let's see the concepts on data types. What is a data type basically? For any programming language, data type is a means to identify the type of data and associated operations of handling it. That means if it's an integer data type, you can do arithmetic operations. If it's a float data type, you cannot use modulus operator for finding out the remainder and so on. So Python has got some inbuilt core data types. Some of them are string, tuple, lists, dictionaries. All these are available in Python itself. And we have got integers also as well as boolean and floating point numbers. The floating point numbers means the numbers to be used in decimal places, which have got a double precision, and the decimal places can be up to 15 decimal places. And complex numbers we have already seen previously. Then we have got string data types. So all strings are sequence of pure Unicode characters. And Unicode is a system designed to represent every character from any language. So it can be in the form of letters, numbers, special characters. Anything can be used in string data type. Now comes lists and dictionaries and tuples. So what are lists? They are basically comma separated values. The values can be heterogeneous. It can contain integers, it can contain characters, floats, etc. And they are represented in square brackets. You can put the values separated by commas. Tuples are represented as comma separated values which are enclosed in parentheses. Okay, they can also contain any data types. Dictionary is an ordered set of comma separated key value pairs. That means you have to keep a key as well as a pair which are separated from each other by using a colon in between. We will read them in detail in Python. Now, the very important concept in Python: mutable and immutable data types. Mutable means the values that can be changed, and immutable means the values that cannot be changed. So, Python has got two categories: mutable and immutable. Immutable types are those that cannot change the values in place. Like if you are declaring something as a string or as a tuple or as an integer or floating point, you cannot change them at that very point. Right? If you try to change any value in a string, it will give an error because it is immutable. While mutable types are those that can change the values. Suppose you feel that in my list I have got certain values which are wrong, you can change them at their place and they will not give an error. So there are three mutable data types: list, dictionaries, and sets in Python. This was just an introduction about the basic concepts in Python, which we are going to read in detail when we further move in Python.